Castlevania. Growing up, this series seemed to evolve outside my realm of gaming. I remember having the first one as a little kid. I couldn't get anywhere in that game. Every once in a while I'd hear people talk about how cool it was, so I'd want to go back and play it, but I still couldn't get anywhere. Now don't get me wrong, I always liked the game, but Castlevania seemed to be one of those rare games which was set aside for the real hardcore players. It was dark, it was hard, it was unforgiving. So time marches on and the series continued. And I remember when Symphony of the Night came out, I remember thinking that it would be an awesome game, but I still couldn't handle the Castlevania series as a whole. It was greatness. Greatness that I tried several times to get into, but I just wasn't skilled enough. So the Wii's just released a Castlevania nostalgia-esque downloadable title, and that's kind of sparked Castlevania fever here lately. More so since the Castlevania movie is just on the horizon now. It made me want to go back and try the series again. This time I took a different approach. Instead of going back and playing the first Castlevania game for the NES, or Dracula X for the SNES, which is the only other Castlevania game I have, I caught wind of a few unique, under-the-radar Castlevania experiences. So all that said, I'm going to show you two Castlevania games that are homebrewed, hacked, or otherwise uniquely made for internet users. These are games you can go out and download and play as soon as this video is over. But before we get into the nitty-gritty, let's talk about Castlevania ROM hacks. There are plenty of them out there. A lot, however, are simple level remixes. But this way, you get a new challenge without having to break in a new game. Our two spotlight games, however, Castlevania Blood Moon and Castlevania Chorus of Mysteries, are heavily modded. They have new graphics, new sound, and new levels. They're essentially total conversions. Now in the 90s, it wasn't uncommon for software companies to make total conversions of older games that they've already put out and release them as new software. A good example of this is Heretic. Heretic's essentially a heavily modded, total conversion of Doom. So let's take a look at Castlevania Chorus of Mysteries. Now this is easily the more attractive of the two games. This is really well done for a ROM hack. Everything is new, from the hero you play as to the behavior of the monsters. The level design is nice. The one thing they did with this game is they left in every frustrating aspect of the original. Difficult jumps, cheap deaths, overwhelming odds. It's all here. This is a brand new experience with a retro style game. That much it has. However, its glory is reserved for gamers who can deal with this level of difficulty, because I sure can. There is also a reproduction cart retailer which will actually make a reproduction cart of Castlevania Chorus of Mysteries for you. You can do a little Google searching and find out about that. Next, we're going to take a look at a second ROM hack called Castlevania Blood Moon. Now, when I first played this game, I was a little disappointed with the graphics, especially following Chorus of Mysteries, which was really attractive. Look here, these guys are the replacement for those things at the beginning of the original game. Not very pretty, huh? But what I discovered was the gameplay for Blood Moon is actually very good. The difficulty is still high, but it's not so high that I can't play the game. It's also more of a better designed difficulty rather than a difficulty because of bugs. The level design is always one step ahead. There are places where you need to find the secret breakable block in order to proceed. It's kind of like a mix of Milon's Secret Castle and Castlevania. Or maybe Milon's Secret Castlevania. Yeah, I know. Sorry. ROM hacks are a touchy thing, though. I can give you a link to where you can get the patches, but you have to apply them to a working Castlevania ROM. I can't tell you where to get that. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this little treat for you Castlevania fans. Thanks for watching. I hope you all had a great new year, and I hope you have a great 2010. This is Critical Failure for Tiger Claw TV, signing off.